Alright, y'all, this is going to be a quick guide on how to do coilovers. I'm going to break it down in step by steps, and this is going to be for TikTok and Instagram. First thing you want to do is make sure you got your car jacked up in the right spots. Got my car jacked up so you can see where it's meant to be supported at. So just make sure y'all take care of that, man. Handle that business. If y'all don't know, this is a 2016 Dodge Charger. So first thing you want to do is get your wheel off. So the first thing that y'all want to do once y'all get your tire off is to take this. It's a 10mm bolt right here. You want to take off this bracket. So what you're going to need is an 18mm. Get this boy off. Once you're done with that, you want to get you a mallet. Try not to hit the rubber boot. We'll smack this off. I'm going to try this dead blow. If the dead blow doesn't work, then we're going to go with the 4-pound. We're gonna have to resort to heavier means. Make sure you don't hit the boot. We got it off. On to the next step. So you get an 18, use the impact, should come straight out. I didn't like the way this was, so I had to hang it up a little bit. But since we are done with this step of taking this off, we pretty much just gotta move it to the side, open up our trunk, and get the bolts at the top. Those will be 13mm. Pop this bad boy off. Boom. Some of y'all might be tempted to zip zap this off if y'all got one, but we ain't gonna do that. All right, we're gonna be responsible. We wanna take good care of these right here. The next thing that you wanna do is make sure you take this bad boy off right here. Nice little linkage. Get this boy off. I'll be back when I get it off. For this, you wanna use a 21mm deep socket. So I wasn't able to get it off in the traditional fashion of zip zapping it. So we're gonna get you something like a 10mm, and we're gonna just remove it by hand. All right, so for this part, you guys are gonna need a tape measure. You're gonna measure from here to here to get the regular stock height. As you can see, putting these side by side, it's a pretty significant drop. So this might even be good for you, but we still wanna make sure, check the lengths so we can know how much we wanna drop. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure this, see how tall it is, and then we're gonna measure this right here and see how far down we need to move it and adjust it. All right, so I took a measurement. I'm a little bit illiterate when it comes to reading this right here, but as you can see, 2 feet, 3 inches, and 3/8. So in order for us to make that adjustment, we need to focus on this bottom ring right here. We gotta loosen this up, and we're gonna twist it till we get the appropriate length that we want. All right, so I did my measurement here and I took it. I decided to go with till it made it to about 2 feet. So if y'all look compared to what it was in the last clip, it's about 2.5 inches off, 2.5 to 3 inches the way it's sitting right now. And I think I'm perfectly fine with that. All right, so now we're at the step where we're putting everything back together. The first thing you want to do is take your coilover and attach it back. You don't got to tighten it down all the way. Just use one bolt. It's just to hold it so that we don't have to fidget with it while we're doing the process. The first thing you want to do is get this knuckle back together. Once you get this little knuckle control arm lovely thing right here back together, we're going to get this back in place and tie this down. Then we're gonna do our test fit. So another suggestion, man, get you a jack. I got my car lifted a little high, so I gotta get the big boy jack. But you wanna get you a jack, put it right under this bad boy right here. All right, I was working the car and I ran into a hiccup, and I think it's just specific with my kit I bought from MaXpeedingRods. So look at this. This nut is welded on. I had to go to Ace Hardware, splash the water, and get the specific nut. So I know for sure it's a 14mm and it's coarse. He got me the black one and he gave me some locking nuts. So I got the nut locked and I got this right here to help it out. So when you install it, you're gonna install it in this orientation right here. So we got everything secured up. Now I'm about to put the tire on and lower the car. All right, so this is what it looks like with both sides down. Now I'll be 100% honest with y'all. This do look good. In my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? It does look good. But we in the hood, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't have this low, man, because of speed bumps and all that, man. Look how tucked this is, man. It looks so beautiful. And it look like it ain't gonna rub. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a test drive. Let me see something real quick.